It's been 5 years since Amazon acquired Whole Foods, and have you noticed all the changes that they've made to the store? Yeah, me too. Check this out.
And then you do your left palm.
Okay. It's not a TSA checkpoint or the entrance to a high security area.
Enter the phone number linked to that Amazon account.
It's grocery shopping at Whole Foods, 5 years after it was bought by Amazon for $13.7 billion. This palm scanning payment option is one big change the tech giant has brought to Whole Foods. It's already in 20 stores, and it's rolling out to 65 more soon. In 2 Whole Foods, you can skip checkout altogether, thanks to a series of cameras and scales that watch your every move.
When you start using biometrics for payment, people rightly so are concerned about that and how those biometrics are being used.
Under Amazon, prices across the board have dropped some, and the number of locally sourced products has gone up by 30%. Aisles are scattered with signs for weekly Prime member deals and shoppers fulfilling online orders. Amazon packages can now be picked up or returned in store. 60 new Whole Foods have opened in the last 5 years, while 6 locations were recently closed. And there's a new incoming CEO. Yet Whole Foods still controls just over 1% of the grocery market, compared to Walmart's 19% and Kroger's 9%.
Grocery is one of the biggest challenges they've undertaken. I personally will be surprised if Amazon is ever the largest grocer in America.
With all these fancy new tech that they're bringing in, it just makes this a strange time. A strange time when the corner store is easier, faster, more social, and cheaper than the biggest company in the world. You know what I mean? Now, let's recall what happened. 5 years ago, Amazon bought Whole Foods for a whopping $13.7 billion. Since then, Amazon has made many changes to the grocery store, from lowering prices to embedding checkout technology in its 500 plus US stores. But even with all these changes, Whole Foods still only has a bit over 1% of the grocery market. In comparison, Walmart has 19% and Kroger has 9%. Whole Foods also has a new CEO, Jason Bushell, who started on September 1st, replacing the co-founder John Mackey, someone who they described as a right-wing hippie. Now, this important change in leadership comes at an important time for Amazon, as it's getting more involved in in-person retail, especially focusing on groceries. In the second quarter, the money Amazon made from its physical stores went up by 12%, but its online sales went down. This is different from the past few years where Amazon's physical stores weren't doing as well as the overall retail business. Now, apart from groceries, Amazon recently closed 68 stores, including all Amazon Books, 4-star, and pop-up shops. Now, companies should take note that consumers care about their reputation and will shop elsewhere if they don't like how a company is being run. In this economy, it would take zero effort to skip Whole Foods and just go to a normal grocery store, you know? I mean, Whole Foods locations always have nearby alternatives if you noticed. Plus, I don't know if it's just me, but everything about Whole Foods just seems like a nice to have, and nothing about it really seems to be a must have. Do you guys agree? We'll look into exactly that today. Some of the key differences in the Whole Foods of today from the company that Amazon acquired in 2017. So stay tuned. Now, first, a quick thanks for watching this video. I always appreciate your support, especially when you light up the like button. Definitely gives me a warm feeling inside. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tap that notification bell. We're really just starting in this channel, so your likes and subscribes definitely go a long way. And if you really want to take it a step further, you can click the join button down below to help support the channel, our research, and everything that goes into making these videos for you guys. You guys are the best. Service. I mean, that's the real difference maker when it comes to stores, right? But sadly, the in-store experience that attracted many to the store have been sacrificed in exchange for the efficient online fulfillment. Target has been able to avoid this problem so far for 2 reasons. First, the sheer size of Target stores lets the pickers navigate the store without encroaching on in-store shoppers. And second, Target's ability to manage inventory has kept shelves stocked and customers happy. So see, e-commerce fulfillment doesn't really work with Whole Foods in their smaller store footprints, especially while trying to keep up positive, unique customer experiences. You know what I mean? In-store pickers are just in a losing position when they're working at Whole Foods. Now, they say that their advantage for the customer is their highly trained and knowledgeable employee base to help guide customers through a more encompassing, not to mention more expensive shopping experience. But really, when you visit, you'll notice how these store pickers inherently don't have time for customers. Like Amazon warehouse workers, pickers have demanding quotas, often requiring them to pick and pack 100 items in a given hour. So whenever a customer stops a picker for assistance, the picker's metrics are damaged and the picker is reprimanded. Inherently, the focus on fulfillment sacrifices utility elsewhere. For Whole Foods, the sacrifice is a foundational piece to its success. Service. A year after the purchase, a group of Whole Foods staffers emailed thousands of fellow workers with a list of takeover grievances, including the removal of some stock options and constantly being asked to do more with less resources and now with less compensation. Some workers tried to unionize under the large retail, wholesale, and department store union, but those efforts have stalled. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, you guys, but Whole Foods used to be a career in grocery within the store. Amazon turned it into gig work without insurance. That could be partly why the stores are falling apart, plain and simple. And while it's sad and awful to watch, I used to love going to Whole Foods. It used to be so freaking awesome. The employees were well paid, they gave exceptional service, they worked with great ingredients, and as a customer, you could find a lot of unique items there that you just couldn't find at any other chain. The downside is it was pricey. It was a place that I could afford to go to about maybe 6 times in a year. Amazon bought them, and I thought it would extend Whole Foods further and perhaps drop the price of some of their items through superior logistics. Nope. They raised prices and attacked the employees' wages and benefits. It was like flipping a light switch. You can definitely feel it. The staff went from being happy and helpful to being jaded and annoyed. Am I right, guys? As for customers, the big change you'll probably notice in stores is the new technology and hardware that they're using. Now, customers can sign up their palm print with Amazon One to pay without using a card or a phone. A machine scans your palm and the cost is charged to your Amazon account. This is happening in over 20 Whole Food stores, and about 65 more stores in California will start doing it soon. Now, of course, some people are worried about their privacy. When you use your palm print for payment, I think it's just normal to be concerned about how that information is being used, you know? Amazon is not only using this palm scanning technology in Whole Foods, but it's also selling it to other stores and event places. Red Rocks Amphitheater in Denver backed out of the deal after activist groups and musicians like Rage Against the Machine voiced concerns that Amazon would share palm prints with the government agencies. At Whole Foods, the palm scanning devices are a part of a bigger tech solution called Just Walk Out, which lets you shop without going through the checkout line. They've tried this in 2 Whole Foods stores, one in Washington, D.C., and one in Los Angeles. In the Washington store, there were a lot of cameras watching everything, and hidden scales even weighed things like a bag of chips leaving the shelf. Exiting the store was easy with the Just Walk Out turnstiles and paying with a palm scan, but the receipt by email hours later wasn't accurate and it missed several items. Amazon says, though, that Just Walk Out is very accurate, and if there's a mistake on the digital receipt, customers can just ask for a refund within 30 days. I don't know, guys. If you get the email receipt hours later, wouldn't that mean that you've already put your groceries away? How exactly are we supposed to contest their mistakes? As for privacy concerns and whether the company is selling personal data to consumer goods companies, Amazon said any sensitive information is treated in accordance with its long-standing policies, meaning they're supposed to be sharing only aggregate, anonymized insights with brands. But remember, guys, this is just one of Amazon's data collection mechanisms. In addition to millions of online shoppers, there's the Alexa devices, Ring doorbell cameras, and soon room mapping robot vacuums. They have the dash carts that tracks and tallies items as customers place them into the cart, but the carts are currently limited to a very small amount of groceries and can't go to the parking lot to be unloaded. The Dash cart is coming soon to its first Whole Foods in Westford, Massachusetts. Now, what about price? Price is the only thing I ever hear people mention regarding Whole Foods. Industry experts hoped Amazon's acquisition would lower prices and help the chain shed its whole paycheck reputation. But from what I've seen, Amazon has pushed a lot of discount prices on key items, and more promotions and discounts for Prime members have reduced prices, but only slightly. An Amazon spokesperson said in a statement that their goal was to make high-quality organic foods more affordable and accessible for everyone, and that it's since lowered prices across aisles at Whole Foods Market, offered Prime membership discounts and Prime member deals in stores. But prices are so high to start that it's still one of the most expensive chains out there, even on national brand items sold by competitors. So what is Amazon doing? Honestly, I think Amazon is going to move all of their grocery store sales online in like 10 years. Like experts have observed, half the shelves are empty. The whole front of the store is a warehouse. The cafe is closed. There are more pickers in the stores than customers. Does that sound like they care about the old in-store experience factor? There are huge signs when you check out reading 2-hour delivery in Amazon Blue. The writing is literally on the wall. Let's not forget about how Amazon changed their one Whole Foods location in Brooklyn, New York to an online-only dark store. More permanent online locations could be one way that the company can reduce the number of pickers in the store. It's closed to customers and it's completely dedicated to preparing delivery orders. Goldberg says Walmart, Albertsons, and Kroger's are experimenting with the concept as well, bringing in robots to pick orders and cutting back on labor costs. Job displacement? You've definitely got to watch out for job displacement, you guys. A new report says Amazon is thinking about doing more in the grocery business. They might not only focus on Whole Foods, but other options in terms of something that has mass appeal, cheaper pricing, and can ultimately be automated. The report suggests that Amazon could use Whole Foods to create kitchens in different places. These kitchens would make more food for Whole Foods to sell and help Amazon compete with other food delivery services like DoorDash and Uber Eats. Last year, Amazon invested in Grubhub and even gave Prime members a 1-year membership to the food delivery service. So yeah, it's definitely looking like Amazon is interested in getting even more involved in delivering meals to people. Overall, it looks like Amazon's really into the idea of offering groceries, but they're still figuring out the best way to do it. Honestly, I would not count Amazon out just yet. Oh no. I mean, Amazon has billions to throw at this grocery store takeover, so I would not put it past them to finally get their mix right, you know? More documentaries like this and financial news that matters to you on the next one. I'll see you guys there.